Hey guys, welcome back to linguamarina, a channel where I share my journey of learning English with you. And today we're going to talk about pronunciation, something that has been evolving like crazy. Just take a quick look at a video that I made 7 years ago. And this was a great experience for me because I wanted to enter United States universities and many of them required around 100 or around 90, so I was well above the grade I needed. Oh my god, who is that person? Why does she sound like a different person? And this is what's going to happen to you when you embark on a journey of improving your pronunciation. And the thing is, if you start living in an English-speaking environment after you're 25, which in my case was the case, I moved to the US at the age of 25, I am 100% sure that even in 40 years, I will still sound a little bit Russian. Because if you are 7 and you move to a new country, your accent goes away because this is how a brain works. There is more plasticity. When you're 25, you have your whole history in another country, you work on your accent and yes, you see it improves. Like compare me right now to Marina from 2016. Two different people, right? So I hope this encourages you to work on your pronunciation. We're gonna talk about some things that you can improve right now, but believe me, it's a never-ending process and this is why I love it. I honestly enjoy my constant progress, and most of all, I enjoy sharing it with you. So let's talk about some things that you could take away with you after watching this video. Now let's start with my favorite, V sound versus W sound. In some languages, like mine, Russian, there is no W sound. So when somebody tries to mimic Russian accent, I will call you very soon. See what I'm doing? I'm not saying will, I will call you. Wait for it. See, when I try to do my full Russian accent, I actually replace W with V. And this is what I used to do 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 5 years ago. It still slips sometimes. The thing is, there's a very clear difference between these two sounds. Let's compare. Went, vent. Like one sound changes the whole meaning of the word.
My monkey took that paintbrush and then went into that vent.
Wane, vain. See? Different words.
Yeah, there's also a polite, less vain way to say thank you when someone compliments your film.
Of course, when you talk to a native speaker and they hear the whole context, they're not gonna tell you like, oh my god, what did you mean there? I didn't understand this word. Of course, they're gonna understand. It's just the way you get over this is you start paying attention. Ideally, you start recording yourself and rewatching your videos because when we're talking, we sometimes miss things. So what really helps me is rewatching my older videos. But anyways, let's practice together. Water.
Do you want some water or some tea?
Without warning.
No, vent, ventilator, very.
Peg, I am sure you are a very vibrant and dynamic lover when you want to be.
So the way to do it, exaggerate it. Whenever you are doing something for yourself, talking to your phone, talking to your camera, exaggerate. This way you will activate your muscle memory and it's gonna be easier for you. Now I started singing and when we sing, my vocal coach asks me to exaggerate things all the time. Because this way, this is how we work on my rhythm. He asks me to sing a song 2x faster so that it's easier for me to catch the beat when we switch the normal speed on, right? So my tip here, exaggerate. Very, wait, water, will, very, wait. And like practice and practice and practice.
Practice makes perfect.
Pronunciation really depends on your mother tongue and your teacher. One of my key teachers was my friend Venipak. He still teaches me all the time. He still helps me with my pronunciation. And I I can say that he's one of the most inspiring teachers in the world because he came to the US at the age of 20 and now he's on American radio, he's singing in English. His accent, for me, like I can't even tell that he's a non-native speaker. He might have a slight accent, but I can't even tell, right? And for me, he's a huge inspiration and he makes me believe that everything is possible. My company LinguaTrip partnered with Benia and several native speakers to help you improve your pronunciation. As we know, the best way to improve your English and pronunciation is to immerse yourself in an English-speaking environment, which is not always possible, right? But we tried to create a similar experience for you at Lingua School, which is our new product. So when you start studying there, we assess your pronunciation, and based on that, we create a study plan for you where you interact with a native-speaking teacher twice a week and get feedback on your accent and pronunciation. In these classes, you get your homework and you get feedback from your mentor regarding how your pronunciation is improving and what's happening to it. Also, there is a speaking club that you can attend to immerse yourself in the English-speaking environment and surround yourself by like-minded people who are learning how to sound more American. And of course, you can choose whatever accent you want to choose. And America is a country of immigrants. There are so many accents here and so many dialects, which is amazing. And I want you to choose who you want to sound like, what you want to sound like, and start that journey now. Check out the link down below, join our international community of students, surround yourself by like-minded people, meet people from all over the world, practice English with fellow students and native-speaking teachers, join Lingua School and surround yourself with English. The link is in the description. Okay, the next sound, that is super confusing because like double O, okay, I know the word food and we pronounce it as ooh, food. So why not pronounce it the same way in every single word? Well, no, this is not how English works. And let me tell you a story. I'm all about storytelling. So 2015, I am pitching LinguaTrip to investors, our company. And my presentation starts with a phrase where I communicate that you do not learn a language just by reading a book, but by traveling, right? By immersing yourself into it. But I said a book, the way I would say food, longer ooh. And one of the guys who was helping me with the pitch, he never corrected me, but he started saying this phrase over and over again just to help me with pacing, etc. And I started noticing that he pronounced book in a completely different way. He said book, and he had this, I think he's from California, so he said it really distinctively. And I started thinking, okay, now how do I know when it's a book and not a book? Well, you just learn it. So this is what I'm gonna tell you. Double O can be pronounced in several ways. Food, moon, you say ooh, right? Or grooming, loop, boom.
Now just loop it around, but instead of pulling it tight, thread the needle through the loop and then you're done.
Because there's no actual food on this menu. Let's go.
These words, you say ooh, and I always ask Quora. Quora is, by the way, one of the best websites. If you have any questions regarding pronunciation, you just go there. There's a question, why do we say food, but we say foot? Like a completely different sound. Why is it that way? And basically, the answer is because this is the way English language works. So now let's look at another set of words. Book, cook, look. So it's not look, it's look. Exaggerated. Again, that's the only way. I started saying book to learn it because I wanted to sound more American during my presentation. So I was exaggerating it all the time. My husband was laughing at me. Book, not book, book.
What, children's books?
No, not children's books, real books.
Good, foot.
Listen, I took care of the docket, but I'd appreciate it if you keep me in the loop when you have outside commitments.
Now, of course, that's not it. English has more surprises for you. There is a word flood, where a double O is suddenly a flood. And I can go on and on with double O's because there are also words like door and floor, etc. But what I really wanted you to catch here is what I caught back in 2015, that it's not a book, it's a book. If you have any questions about how to pronounce a word, my go-to strategy is I Google it, flood, pronunciation, and I repeat after Google, or I watch a YouTube video. Welcome to Learning English. All right, thank you guys so much for watching this video up to the very end. I have a question for you. What are you struggling to pronounce? Which words are the hardest for you to pronounce? Comment down below. I am looking forward to reading your comments. And of course, share this video, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you very soon in my next videos. Thank you so much, and bye!